and do something a lot better. Well, do something a lot better. But yeah, it'll allow you to have bigger fleets if you do that. Yeah, that's basically the resource stuff. Wow, that took a while, actually. Now let's go and check what is going on in the Sol system. So the Sol system at start is built up to a degree where you have more resources than just a few of them. Like, you know, it's not just Earth that's being mined that has population. You have some stations like prospecting on Uranus, right? Producing 5 energy, that's actually not bad. Sol is also producing 5 energy, so yeah, that's not too bad actually. And hey, we're mining an ice asteroid. Cool. Triton is also producing a lot of minerals. Wow, this is a pretty decent start actually for me. I haven't had one of these starts in quite a while. Neptune also producing research, so you can produce research from research stations, aside from and you know, minerals from mining stations. There are a few resources that you can also get with mining stations, like, you know, these special resources basically. Yeah, so for starters, I'm going to boost mineral production at start, because this is going to take a while for us to get 100 again, so I'm guessing 4 months. And the idea is that we want to build up on all the resources that we have on Sol, at least available. And then let's look at Earth. This is the planetary view. Basically what you do here is plan out how the planet is going to be. So you have several districts where, you know, you have city districts where it's just urban stuff, so literally housings, and or in this case I'm guessing skyscrapers where people can live and so on. Then you have generator districts where I guess there's energy production going on there, so, you know, power stations and so on. Mining district is, well, pretty straightforward mining, and food district the same. So all of these districts are basically there to boost your economy, and like obviously this district is going to be a bit more special because it provides more housing, whereas these ones trade in the extra housing they have with actual worker jobs. So people that work on these districts produce all of these that you're going to be using throughout the game. And then you have the buildings. So this is planetary administration. This is like the capital building of the planet. Not much to say about that, but always try to upgrade them as much as possible, because the jobs they give actually boost, in many cases they boost the production of other jobs within the planet. Then we have an administrator office. This is basically for the administrative capacity, so that we can reduce empire sprawl. Well, not have it affect us as much, basically. Then we have research labs, which, you know, that's where researchers are. So I'm guessing university and proper labs as well. And besides for this, we have alloy foundries that produce, you know, our tasty alloys that we need for ships, and civilian industries. And right now we can't really build much because we used our minerals to build a mining station. But after we finished building the stations on the solar system, we're probably gonna build maybe a monument, because this boosts unity, and that means you can get the traditions faster. Especially early on, it's really nice to have all those traditions done fast. But yeah, I could go through the list of buildings here, I guess. But yeah, as you can see, some of these buildings use up, like, if you see the job space upkeep, that means, like, you know, the daily upkeep for it. So if this needs 4 consumer goods, it's going to be 4 consumer goods every single month being taken and used by that building. Same goes for the foundries. It uses minerals, so for 12 minerals you get 6 alloys. Great. But that's per worker, so yeah. Is it per worker? Yeah, is it? I don't remember now if it is. But it's saying metallurgist jobs and then jobs. Okay, it's in total. Alright, yeah, it produces 6. Okay. New moment. And then civilian industries, you need this to make people happy. Because people being happy with the stuff they get, stability is high and you don't have issues. Commercial zones, this is like if you're going for an economic empire, this is what you're probably going to be focusing a lot on, because the more clerks, the more trade value your planet has, the more money you make from trade. So it becomes really important, especially like mid-game. Like, you're probably going to want to have a planet fully dedicated to just money making. And that's what this is going to be for. Hall of Theaters. So this pup is basically to make people happy. So amenities. Clerks also produce amenities and trade value. But this is like if you really, really need a big boost, this is going to do that for you. And yeah, it also produces unity, so it's nice to have. Oh, this doesn't have any oh, it's just money upkeep. Okay, that's not bad. Not bad at all, actually. And then, you know, luxury residences if you want more living space because, you know, you don't have enough districts. Then you build these. You get 3 housing, 5 amenities. It's not that great, but it's also not too bad to have. Precinct houses. So this is like barracks, I guess. It's where you know, the police force works. And it also helps you with defense armies. So if you ever get attacked, having some of these around is nice because you're gonna have extra protection. Research labs, we already went through that. Resource silos are basically silos, so you just it actually gives you some clerk jobs as well, but it's usually there to boost your storage capacity, and I don't actually ever use these. I don't know. I actually don't know why. I'm guessing it's because at a certain point you get like boosts to storage capacity that this is completely irrelevant. And then you have strongholds, and this is like the better version of precinct houses for defense, although this like helps reduce crime and this one doesn't. So if, let's say, you have a border world that you want to ensure is impossible to take over, just build a ton of these and no one's gonna come over into your, you know, space. It gives you enough time to like rebuild, do everything you need, and then counterattack. When you have, like, let's say if we had a planet here and there was an enemy empire here and they attacked and we had that planet just filled with this, it would take them at least 100 years or 200, if not more, to even take the planet. Okay, that's buildings. So a thing about districts are not infinite. you have a certain amount of districts that you can build on planets. We actually don't have much space left on this planet for some reason. Interesting. We might need to actually do some of this to increase it. So yeah, you have a bit of a limit, and then you have certain things that, you know, happen on planets that block construction. Let's say there are giant mountains, or in this case, because it's Earth, there are sprawling slums. There is the Great Pacific Garbage Patch and Industrial Wasteland. And all of these can, when you unblock them, will give you districts available to build on. So in this case, this gives us 2 maximum generator districts that we can build on. Yeah, okay, and it unlocks 1 district from the maximum. This one gives us more agricultural districts, I guess. Cool. Oh. Yeah, okay. And this one basically gives us like a human pop for free. Well, not really for free, it's like 300 energy, right? And it gives us an extra district. So I'll probably need to build something soon because our population growth is almost there. And now down here we can see like the trade value of the planet, the production that the planet has, and so on. And over here, well, we see the crime going on the planet. It's 0% because, well, at the start, not many criminals around. The available jobs, so everyone has a job, but there are no new jobs available, which might be a problem, because, you know, unemployed people aren't useful in society. And yeah, we can see that here. There are no unemployed people at the moment, but we might have them soon. And housing, we have 6 housing available, and I guess we'll probably have to build a bit more. As you can see, we have a modifier on the planet for prosperous unification. The reason for this is that the other advanced starts are actually very interesting and can be very, very good. So they decided to boost this with this little buff, which isn't really that much, I guess. But hey, that's not too bad. Now let's go to the galaxy overview. As you can see, the galaxy is big. We're in a tiny portion of the galaxy, and we need to start going around and exploring. So we can select our science ship that we have that's around Sol at the moment, and we can tell it to start exploring around, well, I'm guessing, I'd like to know if this connects to anywhere, so I'm going to tell it to explore that system, and this should uncover if this connects to somewhere. If it connects, then maybe we'll survey and try to stop it. If it doesn't, then we'll just focus up here, and we might have a nice little pocket here for us to just chill around. So quick thing about exploration: at the start of the game it's basically very manual, so you need to make sure you're always on top of your exploration vessels. It can be a bit of bother at the start, but quickly enough you'll have a research that allows you to automate it. So it's just really for people to have stuff to do at the start that they decided to do that. Okay, other things. Yeah, we got a construction ship. We already told it to build a mining station, and we'll be doing that momentarily. We have a fleet of 3 ships. that are currently to an extent docked at our starbase. And we have Sol Station, which is our headquarters, that has a shipyard and the trade hub available to it. These are modules. You can like build other things, like, so this is what allows you to expand your naval capacity. So you can make dedicated stations that are just this. You can improve the combat score station by building gun batteries, missile batteries, and something we'll eventually have, which is hangar base. And you have some other buildings so you can build that buff up the things that your station can do. We won't be touching any of this anytime soon because we really don't need anything else here. You can also build defense platforms. They're basically like ships, but they're stationary around your base. And they can help a lot. Like if your station is being attacked, having those around will distract like fleets from attacking your station directly and will attack the platform itself. So these are useful, but like not right now because one, you don't have alloys to build this. So yeah, and also because we have a shipyard here, we can actually build ships here. Not like we're going to be doing much now in terms of building, because at this moment we just want to build stuff, like buildings and stations for resources, and also we want to research. So wow, these are bad. So things about research, always focus around boosting your research. So quantum theory, this is really good because it's going to increase the amount of research points you get. So this increases it by 20% on physics, which is great. The other things you can get are like research station output, great, but we don't have that many research stations yet. So this isn't really that good at this point in time, whereas this can actually give you an extra this can actually give you an extra 4 points of research going on there on each one. Well, on physics at least. 91 months. Wow. This might actually be useful to do now, actually. But yeah, I'll probably focus on this one. As I said, boosting your research is the best thing you can do at the moment. And I'm guessing boosting my economy is going to help out a bit. As I said before, not that many stations, but hey, we're producing 10 minerals already, so that's going to boost us by 1, which, you know, doesn't sound like much, but it's going to be a bit. So, oh yeah, to increase speeds, you press plus. To decrease speed, you press minus. To pause, you press spacebar. And to move around, WASD keys, or your mouse if you want to. And to zoom in, I mean, it's the usual, just use the mouse wheel.